We're a dairy farmer from Ontario. We have 500 cows and we are a very conventional, modern facilities. This spring, we want to build a free living barn. It's completely new. It's the highest. Yeah, we are really stretching the boundaries with animal welfare, with soil health, and we want to build a processing plant to bring the freshest milk products to the market. One of our biggest passions is involving the kids in the farm. We bring them to the cows every morning. We teach them how to drive the tractor. Right now, we are cleaning our processing plant together with my 11-year-old daughter. She's starting to clean the walls, and we're gonna make all kinds of delicious dairy. We live together with my mother-in-law. She is 80 years old, and she has been an expert in dairy since she was 38 years old. That's when she started, and she learned it from an 80-year-old. So we are really excited to bring her techniques and her knowledge of dairy to life. We create cheese on the farm for a hobby for years and years, and it's absolutely delicious and clean. And that's the thing with cheese, it has to be clean, otherwise you cannot age it. And our daughters and sons are involved, and we're all excited to bring delicious dairy to Ontario. But my husband is a passionate dairy farmer. There's nothing more that he loves is to feed the cows. And that's where our feed processing facility comes in. But with it, our next step is to bring animal comfort to the max with our free living barn. And we're gonna give the cows more space, more laying opportunities, and a quick harvesting, a milk harvesting system to optimize the quality of the milk. So harvesting will be quick. They will be back to their pastures, to their beautiful beach. That's what it is. It's basically a huge sand pack that drains the urine, and the urine gets brought to the field when the crop is up, which is completely different than conventional farming. Right now, farmers bring manure to the field in the spring and in the fall. And with our newest technology, we will be able to bring urine to the plant, which is natural fertilizer. It's extremely exciting for organic farmers because it's nothing synthetic. It'll be Ontario grown fertilizer from our own dairy cows. So the solid portion will be separated from the urine, and that's where the whole magic is. Bringing the solid fraction to the soil and the liquid fraction to the plant when it needs it. And that's how we will be the pioneers in regenerative farming. And that's our passion. That's where we want to work towards. Our family all together for the cow. You will love to drink our dairy products because it is clean from the start. It is quick processing. It's from the healthiest, most comfortable cows. It's from a family. When does that even happen anymore? A young, beautiful family in Ontario caring for the land and caring for our animals and caring for people with beautiful, healthy, nutrient-dense dairy products. Avert and I were both born on dairy farms. And for generations, both of our families have been dairy farmers, which is very unique because so little people are actually farmers anymore. But it's genetically, all of our kids have a passion for cows. They know cows. They can tell if they're sick, if they're comfortable, or even genetics. They know how to match. They know what looks good on an animal. It's very much ingrained into our families. The reason that we want our children to learn about farming is because it's such a beautiful job. There's nothing more rewarding than taking care of animals and seeing them be comfortable, giving them the best feed that they can and the best, cleanest water, the cleanest air, and then to go outside every day, get fresh air to help the animal and to bring a really nutrient dense, delicious food to the table. It really is the most rewarding work you can do. And for us, we envision our children having their own farm and being able to be comfortably living off the farm. The fact that farmers make so little for their work is really kind of sad. And I want our kids to know how to work, but also to not be afraid to stand up for themselves and to stand up for the industry. And I want our children to be little joyful visionaries about how fun it is to be on the farm. Like, I want them to shine the light on dairy and to really love what they're doing. And we do love what we're doing. And for us to show that to our kids is really a lot of fun. Our mission for the farm is to bring high protein and fermented favorites to the farm. Your gut is your second brain. That's what they say. And I truly live by it. We drink buttermilk all the time. We eat quark. We eat fermented cheeses, all kinds of flavors, cumin, fenugreek. When you treat your gut right, you feel better, you have energy. There is so much value in fermented dairy that is so healthy for the human that I think it's completely underrated. I believe that people need it way more than they think. And animal fat, I really truly believe it's not bad for you at all. You can eat cheese, you can eat butter, you can eat fermented dairy. It's all super good for your gut. And we want to focus on high protein fermented dairy, specifically for the fitness industry. The high protein is something that they're looking for. So let it be clean, let it be low carbs. And I think it'll be a great hunger suppressant. So when you have enough protein in your diet, you're less likely to go for that sugar craving. You're less likely to go for that cookie because you feel content. You have all the nutrients that you need from the high protein dairy. When you buy Roziga dairy, you know that the processing time from harvesting the milk to actually getting it processed into yogurt is hours. It is literally hours from out of the cow to when the bacterial culture is added. So the quality of the milk that goes in is really what determines the milk product that comes out. So when you have healthier cows, they have less infections, and infections can be caused by the environment and feed. When the cow is healthier, there is less infections in the milk. The milk is cleaner to start with. When the processing time is so short from the cow to the cup, you get delicious, pure dairy that you can truly taste. In Ontario, we have the quota system, and our product development in Canada is not great. When you go to Europe or to the United States, there is way more to buy, way more possibility. And that creates an exciting opportunity for us because there are many Dutch favorites that we would love to bring to Ontario, like Vla Flip, boerenvla, they call it. It's farmer's vla. And it's just delicious. It's just crazy that we cannot buy it here. When you talk to Dutchies, they're like, we want vla, chocolate vla and vanilla vla. There's a little bit of sugar in it, but it's so creamy and it's so delicious. There's quark that we also love in Holland. It's like the shelves is full of quark, and here you cannot even buy it. You can make delicious sauces from it. You can eat it with breakfast, with oats. And when the process is done right, it is not crumbly, it is smooth, it is not sour, it is delicious and full and creamy. That's where there's a gap in the market. that we truly believe that we can fill. There's one video I recently saw online where people used kefir to reboot their gut after drinking in the weekend. And I know we're going on a sensitive topic here, but kills your gut health. So after a weekend of drinking, have a cup of kefir or buttermilk where you have the naturally fermented bacteria and you can get your gut kick-started again. Because we need these healthy bugs. These healthy bugs your body needs to thrive. So when you have the cleanest dairy products going that are properly harvested and quickly processed, and then we add a very controlled bacterial culture, then your body uses this, absorbs it completely. You don't need anything else. It is so healthy. It is so real. It's from nature that your body is able to absorb all its nutrients and the healthy bugs in your stomach, not the bugs that are looking for sugar, but the healthy bugs that eat healthy, real food, not the processed food. Real food are fed in your gut. And that's what keeps your gut healthy. And that's why dairy is such a good product in the Mediterranean diet. When people are dealing with glucose, so high glucose level, they say, eat a little bit of quark, eat a little bit of kefir, eat a little bit of fermented dairy, and that sugar craving goes away. Those sugar bugs you don't feed, but you feed the good bugs in your stomach. Your gut health is promoted with clean, healthy dairy. Regenerative farming is really popular right now because we all believe in soil health. And our farm, we truly believe in having a standing crop all year round.
Yeah.
So we have our grasses growing underneath the snow.
Love
So
it.
8 months of our year, we have snow on top of the field, and we have our winter crop growing. And we truly believe that we feed the bugs in the soil. So when you optimize the land, you get healthier crops. And
Love it.
when you have healthier crops, more nutrient dense crops, you have healthier cows. Roosevelt Dairy is absolutely passionate about being regenerative. The whole dairy farming is a cycle. And we are stewards of the animal, but also stewards of the land. And when you feed the soil and you have a live crop standing all year round, you have these bugs and fungi that have something to eat in the soil. And we are super passionate about that with our optimizing our animals and the land. So we do have snow 8 months of the year and we cannot graze outside. So with our free living barn, when we extract the urine separate from the solids, we are able to feed our plants optimally. So the nitrogen is used when the crop is standing and growing, and it's a beautiful time to actually feed the standing crop. And the solid fraction is so much better fermented that when we bring it to the field, the crops can actually use it. So the nitrogen you keep the way nature intended it, you keep it separate from the manure. And then you don't get like a lagoon with solids and manure all together, all given to the field in the spring. You give it to the plant when it needs it. And that is really where the free living barn gives us an advantage because we won't have to buy synthetic fertilizers. It'll be a nature's fertilizer, right? Which is better for the plants. There's more nutrients in the plants. When you take better care of the plants, you have healthier feed. And with healthier feed, you have healthier cows. And then the whole circle of our farm and how we're able to bring cleaner milk products and better. We have healthier cows, we have cleaner milk, we have healthier soils, which will be more fruitful. But it's all because we're taking a chance on our idea and we're passionately going forward with our free living barn. And we want to prove to the world that this idea works and that it's beautiful and that it's thought through and that everybody benefits. The animals benefits, the soil benefits, and the people benefit when we can process it and bring it to the consumer. With the free living barn, once we have it going, they are expecting each cow to live 2 to 3 years longer, which is huge because this animal, every year it has another baby, or she produces about 1,000 liters more. When you have older ladies in your barn, they give more milk. So your farm becomes that much more efficient making milk. And what that means for the industry is that you will have less animals making more milk. And that's really what dairying is all about, is being able to optimize that cow and being able to get the most out of her. But it's also beautiful because when a cow becomes old, you have a real connection with her. Like she is my favorites are the oldest cows in the barn, and you just have more of these older ladies. So the beauty about dairy farmers is that we get to create relationship with our cows. Every dairy farmer is passionate about their cows. It is not a cow who's there in and out of the barn. We actually get to create a relationship with, and our goal as dairy farmers is to create healthy old cows. We want lots of incredibly comfortable, beautiful, big animals. The beauty about dairy farmer is that the animal is with you for more than 10 years. When you do a good job and you take care of her right from birth, and you take care of her in all the steps in life before getting to the milk parlor, she gives so much milk. And the beauty of dairy farming is that she's with you for 10 years of your life or longer. And the free living barn is such a beautiful idea for us because we will be able to create more older cows. And when a cow gets older, she naturally produces more milk, which is great for us as dairy farmers. But when she's healthy, she gives cleaner milk. She is able to get her pregnant quicker when she's comfortable. You don't have to fight with nature when nature is done right. And it really is beautiful to be a dairy farmer and to work every day with the same animals. And when you show them love, they show you love. And we really believe with the free living barn that we're able to raise the standard of animal welfare and see longer lactations, healthier lactations, older cows. I believe it's the next generation cow that we're able to get out of our barn. I absolutely believe that. We bought our chickens for our children. We love the chickens. It gives them responsibility. So our oldest son, he has to feed them every day, and all the little kids, they have to get the eggs. Now, my husband's all about big, so we got him a hundred chickens, which is a lot for these little kids. But it is so much fun to see them with their little sleighs, collecting eggs every day, and having them work together and cleaning the eggs. And really believe that that gives them the need to do the part where the animal depends on you, that you cannot just leave them. We are farmers. You actually have to take care of the animal. And to teach them that at such a young age, it's really fun. The chickens are a real fun aspect of the farm. And then we have Marshall, our big farm dog. We have him because he's very scary looking. But the kids love him, and he's a great family dog. It's a boer bull, so that's a farm bull, a farm dog. It's from Africa, and that's what they're bred for, to protect the homestead. And he is big and massive and very, very loving to the family, but a little bit hesitant for people. but he's definitely, I love him. I love him very much. He's a good dog. The children got chickens to teach them how to be responsible for animals. And it's so beautiful to see our son taking his sweet time to feed the chickens. What I love about the chickens is that it shows the kids how to be responsible. There's nobody doing it for them. They have to clean the pens, they have to pick up the eggs, and it's their responsibility to get them fed and make sure that their water is running, especially with the snow. If the water is frozen, it's their responsibility to do it. And what I love most about the chickens is how the kids can do a chore and take their time and just enjoy the animal. They take their time grabbing the eggs and then play a little at the same time. But when they have to do it every day, that's when the real commitment and the real effort comes in. And really, the eggs are so delicious for breakfast. And, we don't have eggs. Go out, go get some eggs and clean them up. And it's a lot of fun. We get the kids, they get to keep all the money from the eggs. So that's their extra cash. And I really love that. And they bring a couple of egg boxes to school. They send a little bit in, they sell a little bit in town. So it kind of gets the entrepreneurial spirit going for these kids. And they're very, very convincing to buy the eggs.